Everyone thought Lena Hart had the perfect relationship. She loved deeply, she trusted completely, and she believed the man beside her would someday build a beautiful future with her. But what Lena didn't know was that the two people she trusted the most were already planning to destroy her life. And the night she discovered the truth would be the same night the world believed she died. Lena Hart was known by everyone as the kindest person in the office. She worked at a marketing company in Chicago, often staying late to finish projects others left unfinished. Her co-workers admired her dedication. But there was one person she worked hardest for: Daniel Carter, her boyfriend of 3 years. Daniel had big dreams. He wanted to build a tech company that would change everything. But dreams, unfortunately, cost money, and Daniel had very little of it. Still, Lena believed in him more than anyone. One evening after work, Lena walked into their small apartment carrying groceries. "Daniel?" she called out. Daniel appeared from the living room, smiling warmly. "There you are," he said. "You're late again?" Lena laughed. Daniel wrapped his arms around her. "I'm working on something big," he said. "One day all this hard work will pay off." Lena smiled. "I know it will." Later that night, Lena met her best friend Carla at a cafe. Carla had been Lena's closest friend since college. They shared everything: dreams, secrets, heartbreaks. But lately Carla had been acting differently. "So," Carla said, stirring her coffee slowly, "still supporting Daniel's little startup?" Lena nodded proudly. "He's going to succeed someday." Carla raised an eyebrow. "And if he doesn't?" Lena smiled softly. "Then I'll still be proud of him." Carla forced a smile, but her eyes revealed something darker. That night, Lena fell asleep early. She had another long day at work tomorrow. Beside her, Daniel quietly picked up his phone. A new message appeared. From Carla. "Carla, did she give you the money yet?" Daniel glanced at Lena sleeping peacefully. Then he typed back, "Daniel, not yet." A few seconds later, another message appeared. "Carla, hurry, you're running out of time." Daniel stared at the message, then slowly typed, "I know." The next day, Lena rushed into the apartment with excitement. "Daniel," she shouted happily. Daniel looked up from his laptop. "What happened?" "I got promoted." Daniel stood up. "Really?" "Yes." Lena laughed. "Better salary, better position, everything?" Daniel hugged her tightly. "That's amazing." Then Lena said something that would change everything. "I was thinking, maybe I can help fund your business." Daniel froze for a moment, then slowly smiled. "You'd really do that for me?" Lena nodded. "Of course. I believe in you." Later that night, Daniel sat alone in the dark living room. His phone buzzed again. Carla had sent a message. "Looks like the plan is working." Daniel stared at the screen. Then he typed back, "Yes." Across the room, Lena slept peacefully, completely unaware that the people she trusted most were already betraying her. Episode 2. Lena believed she had two people she could trust with her life: the man she loved and the best friend who had always stood beside her. But while Lena worked harder than ever to support Daniel's dreams, Daniel and Carla were already sharing secrets behind her back. Secrets that would soon destroy everything Lena believed in. The morning after Lena's promotion felt like a new beginning. She woke up early, full of excitement. Daniel was still asleep when she quietly prepared breakfast. Pancakes, coffee, eggs. It was her way of celebrating. When Daniel finally walked into the kitchen, Lena smiled brightly. "Good morning." Daniel rubbed his eyes. You made all this? Lena laughed. Of course. We have something to celebrate. Daniel sat down at the table. You mean your promotion? Lena nodded. Yes, but also something else. Daniel looked curious. What is it? Lena hesitated for a moment. Then she said softly, I want to invest in your company. Lena believed she had two people she could trust with her life. The man she loved and the best friend who had always stood beside her. But while Lena worked harder than ever to support Daniel's dreams, Daniel and Carla were already sharing secrets behind her back. Secrets that would soon destroy everything Lena believed in. The morning after Lena's promotion felt like a new beginning. She woke up early, full of excitement. Daniel was still asleep when she quietly prepared breakfast. Pancakes, coffee, eggs. It was her way of celebrating. When Daniel finally walked into the kitchen, Lena smiled brightly. Good morning. Daniel rubbed his eyes. You made all this? Lena laughed. Of course. We have something to celebrate. Daniel sat down at the table. You mean your promotion? Lena nodded. Yes, but also something else. Daniel looked curious. What is it? Lena hesitated for a moment. Then she said softly, I want to invest in your company. Daniel almost dropped his coffee mug. You're serious? Lena nodded again. I know how much this means to you. She reached for his hand. And I want to help make it real. Daniel stared at her for a long moment. Then he smiled. But something about that smile didn't reach his eyes. Later that afternoon, Lena met Carla for lunch again. The cafe was crowded, but the two friends sat quietly in the corner. Lena couldn't hide her excitement. I'm investing in Daniel's company, she said happily. Carla slowly lowered her cup. You're giving him money? Not giving, Lena corrected. Investing. Carla leaned back in her chair. How much? Lena hesitated. Well, most of my savings. Carla nearly laughed. You're risking everything for him? Lena smiled. He would do the same for me. Carla didn't respond. Instead, she stared down at the table. And deep inside, jealousy burned. Because there was something Lena didn't know. Carla had been growing closer to Daniel for months, closer than a best friend ever should. That evening, Daniel received a message. Carla, meet me at the cafe. Daniel glanced toward the bedroom where Lena was resting, then quietly grabbed his jacket. When Daniel arrived, Carla was already waiting. She looked annoyed. You took long enough. Daniel sat down across from her. She's starting to ask questions. Carla rolled her eyes. That's because you're taking too long. Daniel sighed. I told you. I'll handle it. Carla leaned forward. No, Lena's giving you money now. That changes everything. Daniel stayed silent. Carla continued speaking. You don't need her anymore. Daniel looked uncomfortable. It's not that simple. Carla smirked. 3 years pretending to love her. You deserve an award. Daniel frowned. I never said I enjoyed it. Carla leaned closer. But you enjoyed the money. Daniel didn't answer, and that silence spoke louder than words. Back at the apartment, Lena sat at the table looking at documents, investment papers, business plans. She wanted to do everything properly. When Daniel finally returned, Lena looked up. You're back. Daniel forced a smile. Yeah, just needed some air. Lena walked toward him. I've been looking at the company numbers. Daniel tensed slightly. And? Lena smiled. I think we can make this work. She handed him a folder. Tomorrow we can go to the bank. Daniel stared at the folder. Inside it was everything Lena had. Her savings, her future, her trust. Daniel closed the folder slowly. "Thank you," he said quietly. Lena hugged him. "You're going to succeed." Daniel hugged her back, but his eyes were filled with conflict. Later that night, Daniel stepped onto the balcony to make a call. Carla answered immediately. "Well?" Daniel sighed. "She's transferring the money tomorrow." Carla smiled on the other end of the line. "Perfect." Daniel looked uneasy. "She really trusts me." Carla laughed softly. "That's her mistake." Daniel rubbed his forehead. "You don't understand. She's not a bad person." Carla's voice turned cold. "That's exactly why she's easy to use." Daniel stayed silent. Then Carla said something darker. "You need to start thinking about the future." "What future?"